Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. I have to make my phone calls outside. I'm in this weird apartment complex right now, and I don't have any cell phone reception inside, and I don't have a landline, so I gotta make my phone calls from this weird hallway. It's a really weird apartment complex, but yeah, so how long do you think before the stuff comes in? Really? Okay. Yeah, I decided to go like real robot on it. You know, I wasn't gonna go like robot, but I decided to go for like a real classic robot thing, and I have the parts coming in from Chicago. So we're just, I need to know when the Magdalen's gonna come up. So, cause like this whole fuel agent is the thing that's really holding me up right now. Yeah. So you think by next week? Right on. Sammy. I can't believe that shit. She's just jealous, though. I mean, she's obviously jealous because I've created the perfect companion, and she can't find the perfect companion. So she just throws all this shit at me out of jealousy. But whatever, it's fine, because actually it's good practice for me dealing with this shit, because we're gonna get this from everybody out there. I mean, everybody's gonna be jealous. Nobody can find the perfect companion. And I've done it. I've created it. I've created you, the perfect companion for me. So fuck their shit. Man, but she made me so fucking mad. I saw her face in my head all night last night. I was just shooting spitballs at it. She always called me a freak. You know, everyone in my family, they called me Freak Show. Because I had all my dolls I'd line up, and I named them all Scooby-Doo. But look where that doll building led. It led to you, Homo Robot Paradise Slob. I've got the fire of heaven in me. From here on out, it's just a punk bleed. I feel like I've exploded from a snow cone, a flying mattress. They're gonna watch my guitar die, see my brain waves. So fuck that shit. Fuck their family unit. I've got the fire of heaven in me. From here on out, it's just gonna be a punk bleed. I feel like I've exploded from a snow cone, a flying mattress. They're gonna watch my guitar die, see my brain waves. So fuck that shit. Fuck their family unit. I need some real furniture. That's what Red Mama always said. Nowhere to sit and have a talk about anything. She thought lawyers being their own judge was the future of television. I didn't even know television still existed, but it's like riding a bike. Red Mama watches Murdoch. It's a follow-up to Matlock, where the lawyer kills who he thinks is guilty. She likes the mother and daughter safari shows, too. That's where different mothers and daughters go into the jungle and throw blankets on tigers. She always wanted to marry Peter Tosh. Dad cracked his skull open on a diving board that was set up in the bedroom. I guess he dived off into the bed before they fucked. He was smashed on rum runners one night and missed. Mom rushed him to the hospital on our racehorse, Herr von Brennen. He died halfway there, and the horse bucked him off into the gutter. It's your move. Why don't I hear the water running? What the fuck are you doing? Hey, I told you to draw me a bath. That means not draw a bath. I mean make the bath run the water. Come on, you gotta start listening to me and thinking. You're acting like a fucking asshole, and I don't like having assholes around here. So start listening and paying attention and thinking about what you're doing. There's gonna be a fucking price to pay. Give me this shit. Draw me a bath. See, this is what I'm talking about. I don't want to have to do this, but you need to be punished, okay? This is the way it's going to be. I'm sorry. You're not going to like it. See? Are you going to learn now? Now next time it's the stopper and then the bath water, okay? I'm sorry. But that's the way it is. You have to learn these things. That's the way my parents were. I gave you a little spanking, okay? I'm sorry. But it's going to help you in the long run. Whoa, what are you doing? Why is the frying pan in the fucking garbage can? Are you kidding me? Garbage goes in there. Not this. This is not garbage. I cook in this. This is a frying pan. It goes on the stove. Garbage only goes in the garbage. God, you asshole. Fuck. We can't have this shit going on. Look, tomorrow is our big day. I'm taking you out in public tomorrow, and we can't have any of this shit. You have to be perfect. Okay? I'm going to have to spank you again. Just the way it is. I'm giving you an extra one over here this time. Okay? Hey. Are you listening? Stand up and listen. No imperfections in public. You remember those words. I want everybody to see what a great thing I've done and created the perfect companion. Now clean this mess up and garbage only in the garbage can.
Jesus, Billy, now she's gonna run and tell her little management boyfriend and we all get fired.
Nobody puts Homo robot paradise slob in the corner.
Now we're happening. You even got the bubbles right. God, you're a motherfucker and I love you. It's been a long time since I've had anybody to talk to while I take a tub. Black Magic Higgins used to always sit with me when I'd take baths when I was little. Remember Black Magic Higgins? He's my boyfriend I told you about. He's actually a lot more than my boyfriend, though. He's my real dad. My fake parents, at their house, they had a game room, and I'd always sneak Black Magic Higgins in there because there's an animal head on the wall, and he could do this thing where he could turn himself into the animal head. So that's how we fooled my parents, to sneak him in there. They always thought I was fake feeding the animal head on the wall, but really I was feeding Black Magic Higgins ginger snaps. Good night, Homo robot paradise slob. I'm so excited. We're gonna be the best buddies. Good night.
I got the mail, Mandy. What is all this shit? These teriyaki bowls. Whatever happened to meatballs and spaghetti? God, I remember having so many different kinds. Mushroom meatballs, Tex-Mex meatball nacho bites. They came around about 10 years ago. What an addition they were to spaghetti and meatballs. You could dip your chips in the sauce and then have a little pasta. And it always had extra cheese on it. Italian meatball sliders. That was a great way to eat meatballs too, in a sandwich. Now it's just teriyaki bowls. What is all this Japanese shit?
I know, I always liked spaghetti and meatballs too. Oh, can I please leave and go to the salon today? Can I please leave the house just once?
Bike lanes are awesome. Come on to the. Love these new bike lanes. They're rock.
She's knocking again. Why does she keep coming back here? She hasn't been here in 5 years. She comes here every 5 years and knocks. It's always Thanksgiving she comes. What do you think, we're gonna let her in here? Take her back? She's a nut. I want nothing to do with her. She builds her robots. God, she's nuts. Thanksgiving, that's why she comes around with her tail between her legs. Oh God, it's her. It's her, Mom. Oh man, why does she keep coming here every Thanksgiving? It's always on Thanksgiving she comes here with her tail between her legs, looking to get turkey from us and come back into the family. She'll never be allowed back in here. That's why I keep the lockbox on the door. Mandy! Mandy! I got the mail!
Homo robot paradise Slob. I've been so distraught today. I'm so sorry for leaving you on Thanksgiving. I went down to my old parents' house to try and see them, and thinking I gotta go over there since it's Thanksgiving and their family and out of guilt and all that stuff. And I went over to their house and it was all locked up and boarded up and looks like they've moved. Oh man, so after that I just rode around on the bus just kind of distraught and depressed, and I was thinking about you and how I left you today on Thanksgiving and how I just treated you a little poorly for a while, and I'm really sorry about that. I'm not sorry about it, I just won't do it again. I'm not trying to make you a slave of mine, I just wanted to make you a companion, you know? So, I just want to start fresh and clean slate. And I'm happy though about this Thanksgiving because I realize that what I'm really thankful for is you, having you in my life. And I realized I was walking around depressed and stuff because I was thinking, I had this whole thing in my mind about how great it would be if Woody Allen could be here with me and you on Thanksgiving. Like if he didn't have all this other stuff and fancy parties to go to and Thanksgiving events and all this stuff that I'm sure he's got going on a day like today on Thanksgiving. And if he could just hang out here with me and you and play robots and stuff, it'd be really cool. But so I was riding around the bus just bummed out about the fact that can't happen. And I thought about taking a long bus to New York, thinking maybe I could find him and run into him. And I tell him, hi, my name's Mandy and I built a robot and I'd like you to come meet him and hang out with us for a little bit, at least. And then I started heading that way, but then I figured, no, I better go back to Homo Robot Paradise Slob and spend the rest of the day here, and we don't need Woody Allen and stuff. I just thought that it would be cool because, maybe if he could come here and hang out with me and you and play robots and stuff, he'd realize he doesn't have to be so nervous, and he always seems nervous and stuff in his movies and things, with all the family stuff, and he just always seemed very nervous. And I thought maybe he could just relax and have fun with me and you and play with robots and stuff. But fuck that, we don't need that. I have you, and that's what I'm the most thankful for. And if I want to have Woody Allen here, I can just dress up as Woody Allen and pretend that he's here, and we can have our own thing going, So that's it. But I'm here now, and I'm not gonna leave you again. And I just wanted to tell you that I'm thankful for you. And I'm probably gonna go to bed a little early tonight, but I put this potato over here for you. Do you see it? I put it in this pan. I realized over the last month or so that you really like potatoes. They're your favorite. So I put a potato in this pan. All you have to do if I fall asleep, just put that in the oven for 45 minutes, and that'll bake it right up for you.
Thank you, Mandy. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, what a day.
Okay. More shine. Mutilation. Leg.
Leftovers.
Leftovers.
Left winger.
Left winger. Leftovers.
Left
Homo robot paradise slob. Leg. Leftovers.
Okay.
Name.
Hold on, we're still filing words in. Stay with me.
Left-brained.
Left-brained.
Mask.
Mask.
Masher.
Masher.
Working in the lab, late one night, when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. When my monster from its slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. He did the monster mash. From my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast, the ghouls all came from their humble abode to get a jolt from my electrodes. They did the mash. They did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught in the flood. They did the monster mash. Zombies were having fun. The party had just begun. The guests included Wolf Dracula and his son. The scene was rocking on, digging a sound. Igor came back by the way. The coffin bands were about to arrive with their the crypt kick of fire. They played the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. They played the monster mash. Out from the coffin, Drac voice did ring. Seems he was troubled by just one thing. He opened the lid and shook his fist and said, "Whatever." It's now the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. It's now the monster mash. Now everything's cool. Drax a part of the band. My monster mash is the hit of the land. For you, the living, this mash was meant to. When you get to my door, tell them to sit here. They need the monster mash. Into my graveyard smash. You'll catch on in a flash. Then you can monster mash.
Do you see the sun, the way it sets? But it's not setting over anything. You see just the half top of it? Look over to the right. Right next to the sun is the moon. See the half top of it? It's setting over nothing. It's setting over what's going to happen when you wake up. And I'm there. Look down. Travel down. You're going into the nether world. You see it? Look, there's nothing there. Just, you see it? It's under the sun, under the moon. They were exactly right next to each other. Now the nether world is going down. It's like an elevator. That's where I'm going to be. You see it? Travel it right now. When you wake up, stay asleep.
Keep going. Stop. Stop. You see it? There I am. Look at my eye. Look at my eye turn. Do you see it coming out of the face? Then look at the face next to it, no eyes. That's all. Remember? As a kid? Remember the tub? That was it. Look, the face with no eye. You see my eye? How I would turn to you? I'm there now. That's where I am. Look at it. The travel down. Travel down. You see the tornadoes? All it is underground tornadoes. Look at it. One's black. It's a swirling dirt. Black Magic Higgins. That's what I was named after, the underground tornadoes. And you see the white tornado? Look at it swirl. That's what we were doing when you were a kid, you see? We were always in the nether world. That's all it is. It's a fucking nether world. That's what it was when you were a kid. All kids are there. And it swirls in tornadoes underground. And when they turn black with the dirt, you get a black Magic Higgins. Do you see the white one? That's the white roseberry. That's all that it was with your parents. It was white roseberry. And the black dirt swirls, and you go down, you go down. Check out the hang time. Go down. Go down. Follow the black tornado. Follow the white tornado. Now look at the eye. Look at the eye. Go down. Stop. Look. The red, the blue, and the orange. You see them? They're like crystallized shapes. Look at them float. Look at them float. Move with the speed of them. Mandy, you gotta do it now. You gotta move with the speed of them right now. We gotta get them out of here. They're coming to take Homo Robot Paradise Slob. Move with the light. We're gonna take them out of here. When you wake up, it's just gonna be us three again. You gotta move. You gotta do it now. Now. Wake up. Okay, leave it in run.
Black Magic Higgins!
Come on, Mandy.
Do you realize how many turkey catastrophes are happening all around the country right now? There's like turkeys blowing up in ovens and catching houses on fire, burnt turkeys, raw turkeys because nobody set the oven on, turkeys running around in the streets wild. There's just probably so many turkey catastrophes happening today. It's crazy. There's the turkey trot that's happening too. I always thought the people would come out and with their dogs dressed as turkeys and trot them around downtown, and it's like a big event. But they don't do that. The people just go out and jog. And like that's the turkey trot. I guess they're the turkeys. Some of them dress like Indians, but they just run all around town. Huge, hundreds and thousands of people. It's terrifying. But yeah, my dad used to get his picture taken every Thanksgiving with the turkey. my mom would cook the turkey in the oven, and then they'd take it out and photograph my dad at the head of the table, proudly carving the turkey. There must be so many photos of that, you know? I always wondered what they did with all the photographs of him carving the turkey over the years. But I after my dad died, I got one last phone call from my mom, and she was cleaning out the whole house, selling it all off, getting rid of the house and everything, and just moving on to a cruise ship. She said she wanted to die out on the sea in a cruise ship. So she called me one last time and asked me if I wanted anything from the house, and I told her the only thing that I really wanted was all those photos of Dad carving the turkey on Thanksgiving. And she had them, and she sent them over, and I finally got them all, and I made this huge collage out of them, and it was amazing. I called it Duck Duck Turkey, and I turned that into a poster, which I ended up selling, and it pays my rent here now. It's like a huge sellout every Thanksgiving. It just like really rakes it in, and that pays my whole rent for the whole year. And every year it just keeps happening. Duck Duck Turkey poster.
I never wanted a daughter. I wanted a big son. A big son. Big legs. I wanted a son that I could shave his face. I could hold his legs. Big legs like mine. Big thighs like mine. I wanted a son like that. I could shave him. Teach him how to box. And what did I get? I got one of these bitches that builds robots. My God, what kind of fucking world do we got now? Everyone's building big monster, mechanical monsters. Cartoony. Cartoony. Will you stop looking at nail filers and make my fucking coffee? God. It's Saturday morning.
All I could have was daughters. I'm sorry. You knew that when you married me.
Today's Thanksgiving. You know what that means next. Christmas is coming. You know what Dad wants. He wants the original Monster Mash record. Not the compilation. Not any of those Halloween CDs where it's just the one song on there. I want the original Monster Mash record on vinyl.
Okay, deformed. Cartoonie'll get on it. Hey, I got this gingerbread house. This is gonna be so great. Cause you know, this is one thing we're gonna do. We're gonna play house together. Something we can do when we're not out on the town. I want to unwrap this so you can see it. See that? We're gonna set it all up on this table nice. Put plants around here and like a nice mailbox. I'll leave you some gifts in there from time to time, you know? And especially, I'm gonna always put your olive oil in there so you can take it out and oil up your joints and stuff. And keep yourself running good. So, yeah, and at night, we'll come in and like I'll tell stories to you about what's happening, what we're doing inside the house, because apparently we'll be in the house, you know, in our minds, and I'll tell us stories about what's going on in there, and you know, so we can have something to do at night when we're not playing checkers, because you know I want us to play a lot of checkers together. Oh, you're gonna love it. It's so much fun. But I'm gonna wrap this back up now because I don't want it to get fucked up. We got a lot more work to do on you, so we're gonna keep this all wrapped up. And then, when you're all ready, and all your parts are together, and everything's ready to go, put this back together so it doesn't get messed up. So this is what we're going to do. Once you're all ready, I'm going to have you pull the ribbon, and you'll it'll be the first thing you do. You'll pull this, and it'll unravel the ribbon, and we'll open it up, and that'll be like our housewarming. This story is called The 3D Witch in the Eurozone in the Secret Satan Place. So there once was this man named Hans, and he lived in a town called The Hague in the Netherlands. And there was also a girl named Greta. This was his girlfriend. Hans was a DJ at a rave club. Wild rave parties, drugs, acid galore, and hard, heavy dance music. And Greta was an acid head. They met in this rave. Now, one day, Hans decided that he wanted to do something a little wild and have a gingerbread house made. So one day, Hans met a baker through one of his rave buddies. The baker's name was 3D Witch. He made all kinds of, he did regular cookies and stuff like that, and wedding cakes and shit, but he also made really wild cookies, deformed, mutilated monster cookies with red icing coming out of their mouth, like bloody guts and things like that. So Hans met 3D Witch, and they hit it off, and he told him that he wanted to have a gingerbread house made. And Hans said, yeah, no problem, of course. And he's like, no, but I want it to be like a life-size real house. I want to live in it. And 3D Witch was like, okay, I don't know about that. And Hans said, no, money is no object. He said, he explained to 3D Witch how he has celebrities and business people from all over the world who come into his rave for private nights, because it's just all these, blonde muscle men with no shirts. Like I said, hard dance music and drugs. So especially these women actresses and things who have a lot of money, they'd throw down $1 million and he'd block time off for them. And they'd come in and just have a private time and get gang banged by all these men and do a bunch of acid and drugs, and he gives them the time of their life. So he's explaining he's just loaded, the guy. They're throwing down millions to him, So he told 3D Witch, the baker, money's no object. I really want to have this gingerbread house to live in. So he said, okay, yeah, we can do it. Money's no object. But he was a little bit nervous, God, he's never done anything on that kind of scale. But he figured, I've done gingerbread houses before, so we'll just increase the scale and make it a life-size house. But, there's going to be problems, atmospheric problems. It's going to rain and snow and stuff like that. And you have to figure out a way to deal with those. And he said maybe they could shellac the walls, and that would help a little bit, but it's probably going to deteriorate over time. And Hans told him, no problem, as long as I can get a year out of it, and then we'll build a new one, money, no object. So he said, okay, I can definitely build something up that can last you a year. And so Hans went and, stayed in a hotel for a while 3D Witch was building the new gingerbread house, and Greta stayed with him. Well, they were getting ready to move in. And finally, it was, ready to go. 3D Witch brought Hans and Greta out to the site where the house was, and it looked great, And Hans said, yeah, we did it, but there's one thing that's a little weird. He said, I came out here the first time by myself to build this thing, and I couldn't get to square one. Nothing was working, the walls weren't holding together, like the weight of the cookies was too much for the icing support on there, so it just wasn't happening at all. And I freaked out. I didn't know what to do. I had tried every method. So I got a hold of some of my friends, and they recommended that I talk to a friend of theirs, which is Satan, apparently. But it's not like, Satan is not really like the Satan that you've heard of. And actually, his name's not even Satan. He likes to be called Nathan. But it's just, and he's not in hell or anything. He doesn't want your soul or anything like that, really. He's just like a big weird head in a forest of trees, and he wants to be left alone. It was actually weird that he even got through to speak to him. But he got in there and asked him for help to build the gingerbread house. And he agreed. There's just one kind of weird stipulation. This is 3D Witch is telling Hans and Greta this. And he said, this is the weird thing, he said there's going to be this thing in the bedroom that Hans and Greta, you're going to have to sleep in every night. And this thing showed up in my workshop, and I brought it over here, and he said, this is the deal. In order for the gingerbread house to work, and it'll work, it'll probably last forever if you do this. But what you have to do is Hans and Greta, you have to sleep in these compartments. These are made especially to fit your bodies. And every night when you go to sleep, you're gonna lay in here, and your body's gonna turn to liquid. And what's gonna happen is your souls are gonna go and do some work at night. You're gonna get a good sleep though, don't worry about that. It's just, while your body's sleeping, your body's actually transformed into liquid that fills these holders, fills the shape of these holders. While you go and help these people have their own time to talk and communicate. Because there's a group of people up in Antarctica that can't speak or eat or anything. They can't use their mouths in any way. So Nathan's been working with them once a month. They get a chance to talk and communicate. And but he needs help. So he needs souls or whatever to go and help work with them for this time. So that's what you're going to do when you're asleep. But like I said, your body's rested. You won't even really know too much that it even happened. But it's really important that you lay in here for the process to take place. And because of the ice blocks that you have to go through, that's why we have to liquefy. So, that's probably like the biggest deal breaker. And that's what he told him. And then, so they're like, okay, well, this is weird. And Hans is like, I'm gonna have to talk to Greta about it. And, I don't know that we're gonna really want to do this at all. What if we don't do it? And he said, well, if you don't do it, the next day the house is just gonna be gone. It's just gonna disappear. It's like part of the deal. You have to do this. So they're like, okay, whatever. And, they moved in. And, what happened is it started to rain, but it rained milk for about a month straight. It just rained milk. And what happened is the whole house turned into a regular house, not a gingerbread house. And inside of the house, in this bed container, were 2 gingerbread men. Hans and Greta turned into the 2 gingerbread men. Hey, look, I got us some lingerie. See? Mommy's hard on you, but she's also special to you. See, look. I got this special lingerie. Only you can see. We're gonna milk the cows tonight. Okay? You remember milk the cows? Come on, milk the cows. That's right. Yeah, milk the cows. That's right. Yes. Now feed the cat. Black Magic Higgins? It's your little girl, Black Magic Higgins. Oh. Oh. Don't leave, Black Magic Higgins. Don't leave, it's me. Is it little Tatiana? Shh, be quiet, Black Magic Higgins. You'll wake Sammy. I got the window open. Let's get out of here. I made the rope ladder.
It's okay, look. I got her Von Brennan out. He's brushed and ready to go. Come on, everything's cool. Come on, Mandy. Give me your hand. That's it, darling. Like Magic Higgins is back, darling.